Thanks so much for joining us today. My name is Aaron Lacey, Marketing Technology Director with a company called West. I'm a psychology-driven digital marketer, and today we are going to cover the topic of hashtags, but specifically how to create hashtags, how to leverage hashtags, how to use them to build your brand, to make your content discoverable on social media, Facebook and Instagram, and really how to leverage them effectively. So really excited about this topic. There's a lot of misinformation about hashtags, and hopefully I can answer some of those questions and provide some guidance and answers for a lot of that misinformation that's floating around out there. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen here, and you should all be able to see my screen right now. If you can't, let me know. And so again, we're gonna dive into really what is the opportunity with hashtags, right? How do we actually use these? How many of these do we want to use on our posts, right? What else can we do with hashtags? Okay, and so there's a lot of different things we can do with hashtags. So again, for those that don't know who I am, I'm the marketing technology director for a company called West. West is the sister company of WFG National Title. Hi, Annie Bergholz. So she's here with us today as well. We have some great people on the call today. So excited to cover this topic with you. And here's the thing too. If social media is something that you've been struggling with, you've been really trying to figure out the best way to proceed with social media, how to use it effectively to create more business, create more conversations for yourself, let me know. Reach out to me. I can be reached at getwithaaron.com. Schedule 20 minutes. Doesn't cost you anything. And we can connect and just talk about what you want to accomplish, what you want to do in your business. And it doesn't matter what your questions are. You could have huge goals. You could have small goals. It could simply be, Aaron, how do I use Facebook and Instagram? Right? Or how do I use Facebook? Or Aaron, how do I organize my people? How do I stay top of mind with my people? Okay, so any of those different things are awesome topics that I love covering. I just added that link right to the chat in Zoom, but getwithaaron.com. You guys definitely schedule some time and let's chat. And a lot of the topics that I cover really originated from a conversation I had with Gary Vaynerchuk, where we talk about executing versus just learning, right? Just knowing. So it's one thing to know, it's another thing to actually leverage and execute. And so my goal for everybody today is that you see value in hashtags and that you start to use them in your social media, or you're already using them and you fine tune what your hashtag strategy is. You start to use them a little more effectively. Okay. This is one session in a series of different training sessions I offer. And most of you are familiar with who I am. And fortunately, I've been able to talk with most of you really over the last year, which has been fantastic over the last 12 months, and cover a lot of these topics. And I'm continually adding additional topics. I'll update Annie with what those topics are and update you guys with what those topics are as well. So you're able to, really fine tune what you want to level up on, what you want to learn more about. Okay. So hashtags, what is a hashtag exactly? So a hashtag is basically a word or a phrase that's combined into one word, right? No spaces, no symbols, that has a pound sign in front. That's a hashtag. Okay. And hashtags were originally created on Twitter, originally used on Twitter to group content, to basically label posts, label content, so that if somebody posted about real estate and that post had the hashtag, the pound sign with the word real estate afterwards, one word, that when somebody clicked on that, they could then see other posts. They could explore other posts that had that same hashtag, right? That's why it was created. So it was a way to categorize, okay, a way to organize your social media content. And it was great because it worked really well. And so, but what we've seen is hashtags have really become very, very popular. And I know I'm showing you a hashtag for hot chocolate here, but I just want to show you the popularity of hashtags now. This is hashtag hot chocolate on Twitter, I'm sorry, on Instagram, and it's got over 5 million posts. So there are over 5 million posts on Instagram that have the hashtag hot chocolate, right? So just an example of how widely used hashtags are. So a hashtag in general, it's a way for people to discover and find and group content, group posts. And there are 4 types of hashtags. Hashtags are used to brand, organize, discover, and emphasize content. Okay, and I'm going to get into each of these 4, but there's really 4 use cases for hashtags, and these are the 4 right here. Okay, the first one is branding. How do we use hashtags to brand? Well, one example might be, let's say I have a real estate business and my tagline or my motto is win at real estate. So that would be part of my brand, win at real estate. Okay, so we can use it to brand. Another way we can use it, so what we would do is all of our posts would have our specific hashtag on them. So they might be, win at real estate, or, let's see, creating real estate growth, right? Something that's tagline or kind of motto driven, if that makes sense. It's kind of your brand. Like you may be, I may be Aaron Lacey providing real estate solutions might be my tagline. So that's the hashtag I would also use, hashtag providing real estate solutions. And then I would add that on all my real estate related posts that I add to Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn or wherever whatever social media platform you're using, they all now support hashtags. The second way to use hashtags is to organize your content, organize your posts. Okay, so one way to organize is to, depending on the actual content that you're sharing, you create a hashtag. Let's say, for example, you're going to share a post about some buyer tips, right? Then you may use the hashtag Aaron loves buyers, or Rama loves buyers, right? Or Rama knows buyers. Okay. And so that's a way to organize that post. And then if you post again or add something else on social media about buyers, a post that really is focused or geared towards bringing value to buyers, you can include that same hashtag, Rama loves buyers or Rama knows buyers. And now somebody's going to see that hashtag on that post. And when they click on it, they're going to see every post that Rama has created that relates to buyers. So it's a way of organizing all of those posts. Because if you think about Facebook, think about when we post on Facebook. We post, then we add another post and another post, and we add a picture of our family and maybe our kids and what we're eating and what we're doing. All of a sudden, those posts, they just get buried, right? They get buried in the feed. And so the best way to allow those posts that may have been made months ago, years ago, to still be relevant is to add a hashtag to them. Okay, so that when we create a new post that has maybe Aaron knows San Jose attached to it, because maybe I shared something about San Jose. Maybe I shared a market update on San Jose, or I shared something that was happening in the community, or some piece of news as it relates to San Jose. I add the Aaron knows San Jose hashtag to that. And if somebody were to click on that hashtag after looking at that post, they would then see a list of every single post that I've made where I've added the hashtag Aaron knows San Jose. So it's a way of organizing your posts, organizing your content, okay, based on similarities. Okay. And by the way, I want to just throw this out there. If you have any questions, comments on anything that I'm saying now, or if anything comes to mind for you, go ahead and just unmute yourself and ask away. Okay. So please ask. And because the odds are you're not the only person with that question. Okay. So let's look at the third way of using hashtags, and that's what's called discoverability. Discoverability. So we talked about the first two ways, branding and organizing. And branding and organizing would be you using hashtags that are unique to you. Okay. So if I go back, Win at Real Estate, that's unique to me. Aaron loves buyers. Aaron knows San Jose. That's unique to me. So when someone clicks on one of those hashtags, they're only going to see my posts that I've made on that social media platform. And by the way, just a note, if you click on a hashtag on Facebook, it's not going to show you other posts with that same hashtag from Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn and all these other social media platforms. It will only show you posts that were made on that platform that you're currently on, okay, on the social media platform you're currently on. So branding hashtags, organizational hashtags are going to be unique to you. And you want to make sure they're unique to you. So before you use a hashtag for the first time, you want to search that hashtag on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn to see if there's anybody else using that hashtag, okay? Because you really want to be the only person using that hashtag. Now, one other thing to keep in mind, you don't have ownership of a hashtag. If Rama started using Rama loves buyers or Rama knows San Jose, guess what? I could add a post to Facebook and I could add that same hashtag to my post. Now, why would I do that? But I'm just saying, it's not like you don't have ownership of a hashtag, even if it's something that you created and it's unique to you. So one thing just to keep in mind. So with the third type of hashtag, discover types of hashtags, we're going to actually use hashtags that we did not create. Hashtags that all are already being used, okay? And what's happening there is, let's say, for example, Annie, did you have a question?
Min has a question.
Oh, Min, yes.
Yes, hello, Aaron. Thank you. I have a question regarding to how long can we write our hashtags?
Okay, yeah. So that's a great question, and I'm going to cover a specific length of, like, the ideal length of a hashtag, and then specifically how many hashtags to use. I love that. Thank you so much for asking. And I loved being able to see you guys there for a second as well. Okay, so yep. So let me get into that here in a second. I have a chart for that. So thank you so much for asking that. I appreciate it. So discovering hashtags, these would be us using hashtags that other people are using. This allows our post, our content, to be found by other people that are not necessarily connected to us already on social media. This is a way to lead generate organically or free. Free lead generation is to use hashtags that other people are using, other people are exploring. Okay, discover, you could say discover, or you could say explore. Right? So that would be, let's say we posted something about San Jose and we have the hashtag, it's when's the best time to buy in San Jose? Is now a good time? Let's, so maybe that's what the post subject is now a good time to buy a home in San Jose. I could add the hashtag Aaron knows San Jose. Okay. I could add the hashtag San Jose real estate. So the Aaron knows San Jose is going to be a way to just organize that piece of content because it's about San Jose. But then me adding the hashtag San Jose real estate then opens that post up to being seen by other people, because there are quite a few other people using the same hashtag San Jose real estate. Additionally, if you talked about the pandemic or COVID-19, you could add that hashtag there, and it would then open your post up to be seen by other people, because other people are exploring. They're constantly clicking on hashtags just to see other relevant content related to that hashtag. And now if you have relevant content related to that hashtag, it's very likely people are going to see your post, and they may reach out to you and ask you a question about what you posted. So that's the discoverability of hashtags, or allowing your content to be explored and discovered by others. And that's by using existing hashtags. And I'm going to get a little more into detail in that with that in a second. And the fourth type of hashtag is hashtags to add emphasis to a post. So it's not about branding. It's not about being discovered. And it's really not about, it's not about organizing either. It's just about adding some fun or adding what I call flair to the post, right? So you've seen those posts on, social media that have a hashtag where it's like a run-on sentence, or it's like a phrase, or it's an expression. So like, maybe you've seen somebody post something about something they ate or a drink that they're drinking, and they add the hashtag, "Oh my gosh, this is so good," right? That is just adding emphasis, right? It's not making it discoverable. It's not branding. It's just adding emphasis. Or it's Friday, I need a drink, or hashtag, I can't wait until the pandemic is over. Hashtag, can we go outside yet? Right? Those are just you having fun, you adding emphasis to your existing post. You probably see that used quite a bit. Okay. Let me just go back here for a second. Any questions on any of the four types of hashtags? Do those all make sense to everybody? Okay. So branding, organizing, discovering, and emphasizing. Okay, you don't have to memorize all that, but I just want to create awareness for you. More than anything, this is about awareness. And by the way, I'm happy to share a replay of today's session with you as well. If you're interested in that, just let me know.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it advisable to layer the hashtags with one from each category? And if so, how would we, like, what's the best way?
Yeah, great question. So the best way to do that would be just to simply add the hashtags at the end of the post or into the actual body of the post, right? So for example, let's say that you're posting about, when is the best time to buy a home in San Jose. Okay. So in the actual body of the post, right, in the actual text of the post, you may say, according to my research and my experience, interest rates are historically low. And and when you type out the word interest rate, you could add a hashtag in front of the word interest rate and turn that into a hashtag, right? And actually, so it actually blends right in with the sentence that you're writing. You know what I mean? And then at the end, you could then add hashtag San Jose, add hashtag real estate, add hashtag Araceli knows San Jose, add hashtag, now is a good time to buy. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
how many hashtags are too many?
It depends on the post. It really depends on the post. It depends on how much you've written in the post. If you're sharing a photo and in the caption of the photo, there's nothing but hashtags, then I would say anything more than 3 is too many. If you're sharing a post and you write out a nice description, you really tell your audience and write out what you're sharing with them, and maybe it's 2 or 3 sentences, then you could include hashtags within the sentences where you make some of the words in the sentences a hashtag. And then you could, at the end of the actual caption for the post, you could then add additional hashtags as really kind of as many as you want. And I'm going to share with you how many you might want to consider adding. But that's a great question. So let's get through this. Those are the 4 different types. Let's take a look at this graph right here. This shows us the number of hashtags versus the engagement per post. Okay, so it's saying basically if you post something on Facebook and you add 1 hashtag, you're going to get an increase in the amount of engagement on that post. And engagement is likes, comments, shares. Okay, it's actually going to increase the engagement ever so slightly. If you add 2, it's going to increase it as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What we found is that 9 hashtags is going to allow you to achieve the highest amount of engagement before there's kind of a diminishing return on adding additional hashtags. Now, I'm not saying you need to add 9 hashtags to every post. And by all means, there are going to be some posts that you make on social media that don't have any hashtags. or there's some that you make that have 9, right? So it's really up to you. And I'm going to show you again what that looks like and how to add hashtags without making the post seem like you're desperate, like without making the post seem like you're trying to lead generate, because we don't want to turn off. We don't want to distract our audience from wanting to look at the posts that we make on social media. And if we add too many hashtags, sometimes it makes the posts ugly, just to be frank, right? It's not attractive. It's not very readable. So 9 would be the optimal number of hashtags. Okay. Where's my mouse at? Okay. So as for some reason, I can't see my mouse right now. I don't know why that is.
Aaron, I think Hera has a question too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think she might be muted, but she's asking, can you tell basically the difference between discover and emphasis?
Yeah. So discover is all about having your hashtag seen by other people. Okay. So you're going to use popular hashtags that people are already using, that people are already following, right? So for example, the hashtag real estate is a very popular hashtag that a lot of other people are already using, already following. Okay. So that would be an example. Emphasis is simply a way to just, add some fun to the hashtag. So what I mentioned and showed a little just a few seconds ago. Let me just actually start this back up here in a second. Hold on one second, guys. So emphasis would be something like this. Basically, a hashtag that nobody's going to follow, that nobody's going to discover, right? If I saw the hashtag so good, or I can't wait for the pandemic to be over, or wow, is it hot outside, right? Those are all examples of hashtags that add emphasis to your post. Now, nobody's going to click on those hashtags, because who's trying to discover and see additional posts that have the hashtag so good, right? Nobody. You know what I mean? But people will click on hashtags that have San Jose real estate or COVID-19. Make sense? So discover are already used popular hashtags. Emphasis are just run-on words, phrases, noises, right? Whatever you feel like is kind of fun just to add to the hashtag. Like maybe you post a picture of you with the family. You may add a hashtag, hashtag Lacey family. Oh, that would be a way to organize. Okay, that's you organizing. And then every photo you add with your family, it might be, sing family, hashtag sing family, or hashtag win family, right? That's a way to organize all those posts. You'll oftentimes see parents adding, when they post a photo of one of their children, they'll add a hashtag with the child's name. Okay. And so it's like hashtag, hashtag, Aaron Jr., whatever that looks like. Right. And so again, that's kind of the main difference there. So between organizing, discovering, and emphasizing. So again, emphasis are not really us using hashtags in the way that they're supposed to be used. Okay, it's really just kind of for fun. So we see now that that hashtags, the optimal number of hashtags would be 9. Okay, now let's talk for a second about hashtag popularity. This would be discoverable hashtags. Okay, so this would be us using hashtags that other people are using in order for us to get our post seen by other people. Now, this is an example of, this isn't real estate related, but this is a good idea of, and this will kind of show you a good example of popular hashtags, very, very popular ones, and really unique ones that we can tap into. So On the left-hand side, you'll see a list of hashtags. In the middle column, you're going to see the number of posts on Instagram that have that hashtag added to them, right? So when that person posted, they added that hashtag. And then on the third column, you'll see the number of posts that are posted every single day on Instagram that have that hashtag. So for example, the hashtag love, do you think that's popular? Absolutely. There are over 1 billion posts on Instagram that have the hashtag love. There are over 400,000 new posts being added to Instagram every single day with the hashtag love. That is an extremely popular hashtag. Now, I'm going to show you here in a second, the hashtag real estate is extremely popular as well. Here's what we want to do. When you post, let's say you add 3 hashtags, I would highly recommend adding a very popular hashtag, okay? Because that's now going to get you in the mix. It's going to potentially get you seen by a lot of people because guess what? There are a lot of people exploring these very popular hashtags. Now, if we go down the list, it's going to show in descending order. It's now going to show us that the popularity of hashtags, as we start to get more specific with the hashtag, the popularity is going to decrease. So love, 1 billion posts, 400,000 posts a day, love it. 100 million, I love my cat. 10 million, love travel, loving this weather, loving wife, love my cats, right? Okay, so an example might be hashtag real estate, right? It probably has hundreds of millions of posts, probably has tens of thousands of posts being added to Instagram or Facebook with the hashtag real estate every day. A less popular form of the hashtag real estate might be hashtag I love real estate. Okay. And then a much less popular version might be hashtag I love San Jose real estate. Okay. Which, here's the thing. If we add a really popular hashtag to our post, it's very likely that hashtag that post will not be seen by somebody that's visiting that post from a really popular hashtag, because there's so many posts that are being added every day, right? Thousands and thousands with that hashtag. So it's easy. It's going to get buried. It's going to get buried in the list of posts that have that really popular hashtag. But if we use a less popular hashtag as well, it's very likely that post that we made that has the hashtag I love San Jose real estate is going to be visible for quite a while. Could be days, could be weeks, could be months before it gets pushed down in the shuffle. When I say push down, think about your news feed. When somebody posts something, it's at the very top because it's brand new. But after a while, it gets buried amongst all the other posts that are added. And that's the same concept with using hashtags. Okay, when you use a hashtag, it's going to get potentially buried amongst all the other posts that are using that same hashtag. So, for example,
Aaron, I have a question.
Yeah.
When you're using a super popular one, and then you're saying you're recommending to use a lesser popular one so that for longevity purposes.
Yep.
If you use a combination of both, which is the most restrictive or less restrictive that will allow it to stay in a balanced amount of time?
That medium popularity. Because here's the thing. If we add hashtag real estate, what we're doing is we're playing the lottery with that hashtag. We're playing the lottery. We're probably not going to get anybody to see our post because it's going to be buried amongst all the other posts with that hashtag. But there is the likelihood that somehow it gets discovered and Facebook or Instagram says, wow, this is a very relevant post for that hashtag. We're going to feature this post at the top of the list for that hashtag. If that's the case, I've seen people with certain posts I've seen them get tens of thousands of views in one day.
Okay.
Right? So it's like, you're trying to jump onto a speeding train. That speeding train is that really popular hashtag. You know what I mean? And if you can catch hold of it, it can really benefit you. So that's why I always say, why not shoot for the stars, connect with and use a very popular hashtag just in case, right? You never know. But keep in mind, an Instagram post to a tag with 10 million posts. So in other words, if we use a hashtag that is already being used and it's already in 10 million posts, it will leave the first 9 posts in 3 minutes. So basically, it's going to be drowned down in the sea of other posts on Facebook or Instagram in this case that are using that same hashtag within 3 minutes. Okay. And the first 9, I'll show you what that looks like, the first 9. But we'll dive into that a little deeper, you guys. And for those that aren't familiar with hashtags, or this is really your first introduction to hashtags, great job. Great job hanging with me for a bit on this. I know it can be very, very confusing. Most people, including myself, were very confused on really what are hashtags, how to really use them, what do they even really mean. So I'm going to kind of move through some of these other slides pretty quickly because I want to actually get into Facebook, into Instagram. I want to show you how to use them. This, though, answers your question about the length of the hashtag. Okay, so this chart is showing engagement, and engagement would be the height of the bars. And then as we go to the right, we're going to see the length of the hashtag, the number of characters in the hashtag. So if we look at the very beginning of this chart, you're going to see 2, and you're going to see so you'll see the 2 right here, and the engagement is pretty low for a hashtag with 2 characters. But as we go down the line, you'll see right when you hit that 21 mark, it really increases the engagement for whatever reason substantially. So the ideal hashtag has 21 characters. That doesn't mean that every one of your hashtags needs to have 21 characters. That just means, based on this survey, this study, the most popular hashtags that are creating the most amount of people seeing these posts, or the hashtags that were on the post that were 21 characters roughly in length. Okay, so really interesting. So now we know 9 hashtags is the optimal number of hashtags to use per post, and 21 characters is the optimal length per hashtag to use on each post. Okay, but it doesn't mean you need to use 9 hashtags every time. Sometimes you might not use any. Sometimes you might use 2 or 3. Okay, just depending on how you see fit and what the actual post is about. Okay, this is going to be quickly. I'm going to cover this. This is the blend of hashtags. If you decide to use 9, let's say you use 10 hashtags in a post. Okay, 10 hashtags. This would be the mix or the blend or the ratio of highly popular versus kind of middle of the road versus really niche. Okay, and if we use the hashtag real estate as an example, we see here that 2 out of your 10 or 20% should be competitive. So hashtag real estate, hashtag home for sale would be 2 very competitive hashtags. So we could use those 2 hashtags in a post. Then, so that's 2 of 10. Then you'll see in green, 70% should be somewhat popular. And those would be hashtags like San Jose real estate, home buying San Jose. Okay, so 7 out of the 10 would be hashtags that are semi-popular. And then a niche hashtag would be home buyers love San Jose, or San Jose real estate for buyers, or selling your home in San Jose. Those are going to be niche because not many people are using those hashtags. That makes sense. Okay, so here's a couple examples of some posts that use hashtags. This was a post that this person added, and look, they just added a big block of hashtags here. That's not very attractive, is it? Not really. So I wouldn't really recommend that. Now, see these little dots she has here? Now, if she had written out a nice caption for this post and then add these hashtags, it'd look a little better. But if all we're seeing are just a big block of hashtags, you're not going to get much engagement on that post. Okay?
Wait, Aaron, I have a quick question.
You bet.
Do people do that, though, to try and get more followers?
They do. Yeah, so they'll add all those hashtags to try to get people that are exploring and discovering hashtags to then see their post, right? When they're clicking on hashtag real estate, hashtag San Jose real estate. Yep. Okay. Okay. So here's what I want to show you here for a second. Let's actually get out of this. I want to show you. I actually want to jump into Facebook here for a second, and I want to show you an example of using a hashtag in Facebook. So this is a post that I made several years ago when I was in San Francisco for an Inman conference. This was actually almost 5 years ago. And I posted, I was on my way there, and I said, Phoenix to San Francisco. I said, I'm attending Inman Connect, a week-long real estate technology marketing conference with some of the brightest minds in the business. How many hashtags does this post have? So 1, 2, 3, 4 hashtags. Okay. So those are what I call inline hashtags, where I wrote out my caption and then I looked at the words I used and I decided to turn some of those words into hashtags by just adding a pound sign in front of them, right? So I didn't even have to combine words for the most part. I was already going to write, I already wrote ICSF. I already wrote technology. I already wrote marketing. And so, but real estate is 2 words if you wrote it out. But as a hashtag, I had to combine the word real and the word estate to make that a hashtag. So that's the only change I really had to make to my original caption that had no hashtags, if that makes sense. And then MC, he said, is the number of characters, does it equal the number of letters? Exactly. Yes, exactly. So characters is synonymous with letters. Yep. So when I said, what do we say, 21 characters, really we mean 21 letters. Yeah. And a combination of numbers and letters. But you can't use symbols and hashtags. You can only use letters and numbers. Okay. And no spaces either. Okay. So here's what I want to show you. If somebody then sees this post and they click on real estate, you'll notice that this is now blue and it's now clickable. Somebody could click on that, and guess where they're going to go? They're actually going to go to a dedicated profile page for that hashtag. And notice how it says hashtag real estate and then explore. These are all the posts on Facebook that have the hashtag real estate. Okay. So you'll notice, like this one, for example, hashtag love my clients. What kind of hashtag, what category of hashtag would that be? Okay. Hashtag love my clients. That's going to be an emphasis hashtag. People aren't discovering that. It's not a branding hashtag. It's not a way to organize client. Now, she could be using it to organize. Anytime she talks about her clients, she could add the hashtag love my clients. So that's a way to maybe organize her posts. But more than likely, this is just a way to add emphasis to the post. She's just saying, love my clients. My clients are the best. Hashtag the agency RE. That's a branding hashtag. Women of the agency. That's an organizational hashtag. The agency AZ. That's a branding hashtag. The Yvonne RE. Her name's Yvonne. This is a branding hashtag. She may add this hashtag to every single one of her posts. Hashtag buy. What is that? That's an explore. That's a discover hashtag. Okay. Hashtag buy. Hashtag real estate. That's another discover hashtag. Hashtag sell, discover. Hashtag realtor, discover, right? She's hoping that maybe somebody clicked on a hashtag realtor on another post and all of a sudden they see this post. And guess what? I clicked on hashtag real estate on this post and now I just discovered her post. That's how it works. And guess what? If I like what I see here, I may like this post. I may comment on it. I may follow her. Okay. That's how you can organically generate leads, or at least followers that could turn into leads by using hashtags. Let me show you Instagram. Instagram. Here's what's neat about Instagram. If you go to Instagram on your phone or your computer, you can actually type in the pound sign, and then you could start typing in the beginning of a hashtag, and it's going to tell you how many posts are on Instagram that have that hashtag, where the person that made that post added that hashtag to that post. So hashtag real estate, 37,463,000 posts. right? Is this a popular, semi-popular, or a niche hashtag? Well, absolutely very, very popular. Hashtag realtor, 15 million posts. Hashtag real, 18 million. Hashtag real estate agent, 8 million posts. Now, if I click on one of these, let me click on real estate, which I'm actually already on the real estate hashtag page. You'll actually see, here's all the hashtags. And guess what? It's going to show me related hashtags. It's going to allow me on Instagram, you can actually follow hashtags as if you were following a person or a business. So I could click follow, and now I am going to see a sampling of posts that have the hashtag real estate added to them in my newsfeed on Instagram. Okay, regardless of who made that actual post. So one thing I really want you to notice is that hashtags, MC asked a question, are hashtags, are people still using hashtags on Facebook, or are they really only using them on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter? People are still absolutely using hashtags on every one of the social media platforms, but I will tell you, hashtags are most utilized on Instagram and Twitter, but they're still being used on Facebook. They're still very valuable on Facebook. Okay, so here's the thing. What you'll notice here is that every hashtag has its own profile page. Even a hashtag that you create, hashtag Aaron Lacey knows marketing, will actually have its own profile. And you'll notice too, if you're familiar with Instagram, see this red circle around this photo? That means there's actually a story post. So somebody posted to their Instagram story feed within the last 24 hours and added that hashtag. So I can click on this and I'll see story posts that have the hashtag real estate that were added within the last 24 hours. But one thing you want to keep in mind, this hashtag is very generic. So while you may see an increase in the amount of views on your content by using a really popular hashtag, keep in mind, what is the quality of those views? Okay, who are these people? Hashtag real estate is a global hashtag. Somebody in India might be clicking on this. Does that really make sense that you now have potentially generated a new follower from India that was just interested in real estate? Probably not going to be that beneficial. That's why I would recommend, you can play around with the really popular hashtags, but I would get local and specific with my hashtags. That's why I would use like a hashtag San Jose. Well, if you notice hashtag San Jose, 4.2 million posts. But if I do hashtag San Jose real estate, 17,000 posts. So let me click on that. Hashtag real estate, 17,000 posts. You'll now see that, again, here's that profile for the hashtag, related hashtags, story feed, if there were any. And guess what? Nobody has added an Instagram story post and used the hashtag San Jose real estate in the last 24 hours. This is not clickable. So if you did it right now, you would be the singular story post for the hashtag San Jose real estate for the next 24 hours. And then what you'll also notice, top posts. So these are going to be the top posts that were posted in the last year, right? However, Instagram wants to kind of organize them, but they're the top posts that are using this hashtag that were posted in the last probably 6 months or a year. And it's going to show the top 9. Okay, so you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the top ones. And if I just click on one, for example, this was posted 53 weeks ago. Okay, so actually over a year ago. This one, for some reason, Instagram is saying this is the top post. Okay, I bet Thomas the Builder, if I click on him, let me just click on Thomas the Builder. Not an incredibly popular profile, but you'll notice that he's got a lot of likes and engagement simply because this post has probably been sitting at the top of this hashtag for the last year. Now, what's really interesting is it's a picture of a toilet. Interesting. All right. But it's still getting a lot of traffic, a lot of views, a lot of engagement, right? This is your opportunity to tap into a less popular hashtag and potentially be that person that has a post that sits in the top post section, which would be really good for you. Okay. If I scroll down past the top posts, which are the top 9, you're going to see most recent. Okay. Now these are sorted in chronological order. So this one was most recently added and has the hashtag San Jose Real Estate. So if I click on that, you'll see it was added 1 hour ago. Okay. It's a video, not your normal listing video, but nowadays what is normal. And look at all these hashtags that were added: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Looks like there's about 20 hashtags added here. Okay. So you'll notice, do all these hashtags make this, the caption for this post, unattractive? Do you think it bothers any of the viewers? Now, if it was you posting to your network about something real estate related, make sure that you include your takeaways. Make sure that they hear your voice, your perspective, your opinion, your personality first. Then drop all the hashtags in if you want to. Here's the other thing too, though. What this person could have done is they could have simply just stuck with this as the caption for the post and then added these hashtags into the actual post as the first comment. Okay, that's just as effective. And that's what I would recommend. If you're going to add a big block of hashtags, I would add it as the first comment. Therefore, when people land on the post, they're not going to see all these hashtags right away. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. This post has the hashtag San Jose Real Estate, and it was made an hour ago. This is the second most recent post with San Jose Real Estate. This was made 4 hours ago. Let's go to the next one. 4 hours ago. The next one, 5 hours ago, 5 hours ago, 15 hours ago, 17 hours ago, 18 hours ago, 18 hours ago, 18 hours ago, 19 hours ago, 20 hours ago, 20 hours ago, 20, 21, 21, 1 day ago. So this is what I wanted to get to. We went through roughly 10 posts until we got out of the time frame of a day. So in other words, there were 10 posts made on Instagram that have the hashtag San Jose Real Estate made within the last 24 hours. So if you add the hashtag San Jose Real Estate to one of your posts on Instagram, it's going to sit in the most recent in the top 10 for an entire day. That's good for discoverability. Now, how many people are actually looking and discovering this hashtag? Probably not a ton. Okay, so it's not that popular. Somebody asked, how do they get in the most recent post list? Is this because of the hashtags they used? It's because they used this specific hashtag. Particularly, they have to use that hashtag, right? In order to be in the top posts for that hashtag, they obviously are using that hashtag. So it doesn't matter the other hashtags they used, but it really, what matters is the amount of engagement, right, of that post. So top posts, we don't know the definition of what actually makes a top post, but I will tell you this. If I put my mouse over this, you'll see the heart and the little quote sign, those little symbols, and you'll see there are 226 likes and 41 comments to this post. 115 likes, 7 comments, 146 likes, 2 comments, 185 likes, 2 comments, 141 likes, 2 comments. You'll notice how this is the most liked and the most commented on post that has this hashtag. So it's all about popularity. Here's a strategy that some people do. They'll create a post for, let's say, San Jose Real Estate, for example, and then they will actually boost that post to make it more popular, which therefore will potentially put it in the top post section for that hashtag. Okay, because they actually paid to make it popular versus just going popular organically. How do we get likes and get a lot of people to follow us? Okay, so here's the thing. Let's say people are exploring a hashtag. They clicked on "Buy Your Dream Home," and they come upon. Let's say that this is your post right here. Let's just find one. Maybe it's this one. Okay. And they go, this is interesting. I wonder what else this person has posted. And if they click on your profile name, they'll go to your account and they get to see your bio and all your information and all your posts. And if they feel like you have an interesting enough account, they're going to click on that follow button, just like I did that person right there. Otherwise, they're not going to. So that's really it, you guys. So this strategy, while we can use hashtags on every post we make, we still have to create interesting and valuable and be sharing interesting, valuable information in order to get people to actually want to reach out to us and actually follow us. So that's one thing just to keep in mind. Okay.
Aaron, I have a question.
You bet.
What is your opinion on posts that have already been created and then going back and editing and incorporating a new hashtag?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that reposition the video? Does it reposition your post? I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, it won't. Yeah, unfortunately, it won't. It'll be out of that top list. So,
okay.
Yep. So it's going to be out of that top list.
So if we do that, it would be more for organizational purposes?
Yeah. So retroactively adding, hashtags. So going back in and adding hashtags to your older posts, it's not gonna really benefit it much because it's not gonna make it one of the most recent. That's for sure. And it's probably not gonna even allow it. It's not gonna qualify for ever even getting into the top post section. So you want to add the hashtag pretty much right away.
Okay.
Pretty much right away. Okay. You're very welcome. You guys, I know we've hit our time. It is 12:30. I just wanted to open it up before we end here to any additional questions. Does anyone have any additional questions on hashtags? Hopefully that made sense and that helps you with your hashtag journey. If you have any questions, you want help with your hashtag strategy, I will help you select the right hashtags for your business, for your social media posts. I'm happy to help you with your hashtag strategy. Simply click on or go to getwithaaron.com, schedule some time. We can knock it out in 20 minutes and you're going to be moving forward with an effective hashtag strategy. Thank you so much for allowing me to share with you today. I really appreciate your time and I look forward to your next session. And again, I hope you took away a couple of great things from today's session on how to use hashtags, what the benefit is, and hopefully you start using them, or at least consider using them in your business.
Aaron, I really appreciate your lesson today. I learned so much because I honestly, I don't know how to use hashtags. I saw it, I use it sometimes, but I don't know what it's for. I don't even know how to use it. But starting from today, I will use a lot of them.
Awesome. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we do a follow-up where I will show you how to then see how many people are visiting your posts and your profile on both Facebook and Instagram from your hashtags. Okay, because there's a way to track that. There's a way to actually see if the hashtags you're using are effective.
Honestly, I am not familiar with Instagram. I use mostly my Facebook. So my Instagram really very, not a lot of posts, and I don't have a lot of followers, and I have very little like 2, 1. I'm going to learn how to increase the like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's it. If you can generate more likes, more followers, it's very likely you're going to do more business. So that's really what this is all about. And let's say you're promoting an open house or a new listing or a loan product, right? You can use the hashtags to make your post discoverable, especially if you're sharing valuable information about a house or an open house or a loan product, right? Or something that's really useful for people like a market update. Add the hashtag San Jose Market Update, right? Add the hashtag San Jose Open House, right? It's very likely that somebody that's looking at one open house on Facebook or Instagram is going to click on San Jose Open House from that other post and land on your post. And therefore maybe might even attend your open house or reach out to you with questions on your open house. Okay. And speaking of open houses, if you haven't attended one of my virtual open house sessions, I'm happy to do one for you guys moving forward, or just on one-on-one basis, let you know how that works. So you guys, any last questions before we jump off today? Awesome. Okay. Again, thank you so much for your time. My name is Aaron Lacey, and I help you grow your business. And I really appreciate your time today. I look forward to our next session. Have an awesome rest of your day and rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Take care.
Bye.